a little bit more bad actors, and ended up about 15% of those patients on the trial were those so-called bad actors that relapse quite quickly.
So let's talk TROP2-Breast02, one of the headliners at ESMO this year. Let me ask you to sort of walk us through the trial design there and which patients were eligible for TROP2-Breast02.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we have approval of TROP2 antibody drug conjugate in the later line triple negative space, and really what this was looking at was to bring this up into the first line space, and particularly for that patient population that isn't eligible for pembrolizumab. So it tends to be the majority of our patients with triple negative breast cancer. And it was datopotamab deruxtecan, TROP2 targeting antibody drug conjugate given once every 3 weeks versus treatment of physician's choice chemotherapy. So pretty straightforward design, honestly similar to other trials we've seen.
Yes. And speaking of other trials we've seen, we also saw the data for ASCENT-03 reported here at ESMO. Walk us through that trial design and maybe tell us a little bit about the similarities and differences with TB02.
Yeah, so, the ASCENT trial 03, we have data for sacituzumab govitecan in the later line setting. We have OS there, and that actually becomes pertinent a little bit when we talk about these trials. So at ASCO this past year, we saw the combination with pembrolizumab. Positive trial, looked really great. And so this year at ESMO, we saw the PD-L1 negative subset. So very similar design. TROP2 antibody drug conjugate versus treatment of physician's choice with chemotherapy. Differences, sacituzumab govitecan, and we'll get into this, a little bit difference in terms of side effects, but also difference in terms of administration. It's a day 1, day 8, every 21 days, and different side effect profile between the two as well. Some other kind of subtle things in the design of the trial is TROP2-Breast02 actually included a little bit of a higher risk population, and higher risk in the terms that they could have progressed quickly from that neoadjuvant adjuvant chemotherapy, and that was excluded on the ASCENT trial. So a little bit more bad actors, and ended up about 15% of those patients on the trial were those so-called bad actors that relapse quite quickly.
Yeah, thanks for pointing out some of those differences. I think I agree that's the population or eligibility criteria is one key difference to keep in mind.